all the dear students. So here exercise 6a question number 4, simplified type of question. We are continuing with number 4. So in last video we have completed up to number 3. Now for number 5 raised to 2n plus 3 minus 25 power n plus 2 divided by 125 whole power n plus 1 whole raised to 2 by 3. So this is our question number 4 of fourth one. Now here is 5, 2n plus 3 minus, instead of 25 we can put 5 square and whole power n plus 2. In division, instead of 125 put 5 cube n plus 1 into 2 by 3. I just take this bracket open so that it is easier now. Now students, here I will split the terms as I have explained in the previous video that we can split them accordingly. Minus 5 raised to here 2n plus 4. Now next step, this 3 get cancelled. So here I get 5 raised to 2 multiplication with n plus 1. So 2n plus 2. This way, this is the expression we get. Now you see here is plus sign and here is plus sign. So we want to remove this plus sign by splitting the term. So here in the next step, 5 raised to 2n into 5 cube minus here 5 raised to 2n into 5 raised to 4. Here also 5 raised to 2n into 5 square, like splitting the terms according to our law of exponents. So here from first term and second term I can take 5 raised to 2n common. In the bracket 5 cube means 125 and minus 5 raised to 4 means 625, and in the denominator 5 raised to 2n into 5 square. So this 5 raised to 2n get cancelled here, and in the next step we will get here 125 minus 625 is minus 500 divided by 5 square. 5 square is 25 and 25 2s are 50. So my final answer here I found is minus 20 of question number 4, fourth one. Now let us moving to next question, question number 5. So question number 5 is kind of prove that type of question, students. All the question now onwards are very important for your understanding. Now let us take next one here, question number 5. So first question I am writing 49 whole raised to n plus 1 into 7 raised to n minus 343 whole power n divided by 7 raised to 3m into 2 raised to 4 is equal to 3 upon 343. This is the part, means this is given to you. Now we have to prove accordingly. So first of all I take, instead of 49 7 square n plus 1 as it is 7 raised to n minus 343 is 7 cube. So placing the value here, and in division 7 raised to 3m into 2 raised to 4 is equal to 3 upon, this is 7 cube again. So place the value. Now here 7 raised to 2n plus 2 by multiplication of 2 with n plus 1 into 7 raised to n as it is minus 7 raised to 3n, 3 multiply n. In the denominator 7 raised to 3m into 2 raised to 4 is 16. So here 3 and here 7 cube as it is. Now next step, here you can add the powers because there is multiplication sign in between. So I can take 2n plus n, 3n plus 2 minus 7 raised to 3n upon 7 raised to 3m into 16 is equal to 3 upon 7 cube. Now in the next step, students, what we can do, we can take common, or first of all I will split this 3n plus 2 here. So for that 7 raised to 3n into 7 square minus 7 raised to 3n. Divide 7 raised to 3m into 16 is equal to 3 upon 7 cube. Now from this step we can take 7 raised to 3n common from the numerator, and then we can proceed further. So now here I write here 7 raised to 3n common, and in the bracket 7 square minus 1 left, and then in the next step denominator is same is equal to 3 upon 7 cube. Now 7 raised to 3n, 7 square is 49 minus 1, and in denominator 7 raised to 3m into 16 is equal to 3 upon 7 cube. Again in the next step 7 raised to 3n, this is 49 minus 1, 48 upon 7 raised to 3m into 16 is equal to 3 upon 7 cube. 16 3s are, and this 3 also get cancelled from both the sides. So here we use division law now. So 7 raised to 3n minus 3m, by same base we can divide the powers, is equal to this 7 cube if I want in the numerator. So I take reciprocal and write 7 raised to minus 3. Now here 7, this 3 is common, n minus m in the bracket is equal to 7 raised to minus 3. Now the last step we are on. So here what we can do, comparing powers, as base are similar on both the side, you can compare powers. So here I am writing comparing powers. So 3n minus m is equal to minus 3. So now we can take here n minus m. This 3 also get cancelled on both the side, and here n minus m is equal to minus 1. And what we want to prove is m is equal to n plus 1. So here what we can do is, I write again n minus m is equal to minus 1. Minus m taking on other side become plus 1, and this minus 1 taking on other side become plus. So changing the places of n minus m and 1. So we get the answer required. Now let us move on to question number 6. That is also a new question, student, from Prove That type of questions. So exercise 6C, question number 6. I am writing here, if 2205 is equal to 3 raised to a into 5 raised to b into 7 raised to c. This is the question, and here we want to find value of a, b, c. For that, first of all, I take the factors of 2205, prime factors. So first of all, I'll divide it by 3. I have already found here factors, prime factors of 2205, and we can write this factors of 2205 as 3 square into 5 into 7 square. Accordingly, you can check 3 square into 5 into 7 square. Now, I will compare the powers here accordingly, a, b and c. So writing comparing powers, we get value of a, b, c. A is equal to 2, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 2. So here we have completed our first part of question number 6. Now let us move on to second part. In second part, we have to evaluate 3 raised to a into 5 raised to minus b into 7 raised to minus c. And here a, b, c values we will have from the first part. Whatever we have found in our first part, we will use it here. So I write instead of a 2, instead of b minus 1, and instead of c this 2. So minus 1 and minus 2. Now 3 square is 9. Now we want to convert this as power positive. So 1 by 5, and here into 1 by 7 square is 49. So I get 9 upon 5 into 49. So our answer is 9 upon, that is 245. This is the final answer of our 6th question part 2. Now exercise 6C, question number 7, already written on the board. This is the if part given in the question, and we want to prove x plus y plus 6 is equal to 0. So first of all, what we'll do, students, we'll take this minus 3 inside the bracket. So I can write b raised to 3 3s are minus 9 and c raised to minus 2 minus 3. So 3 2s are 6. In division, b raised to 4 3s are plus 12, c raised to 3 3s are minus 9. In division with, now next is b raised to minus 5, c raised to 5. In division, b raised to 5 2s are 10 and c raised to minus 10. Now right hand side is b raised to x, c raised to y as it is. Now what we can do here, first of all I use division law. So b raised to minus 9 minus 12, c raised to 6 minus 9. In division, b raised to minus 5 minus 10, c raised to 5 minus 10 is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y as it is. So this is our division law in which we separate the powers. Now b minus 9 minus 12 is minus 21 and c is 6 plus 9 is 15. In division with, b raised to minus 5 minus 10 minus 15, c raised to 5 plus 10 15. So is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y. Now as you can see, we get this. Now b raised to minus 21, c raised to 15 upon, this is whole I am writing in division as b raised to minus 15, c raised to 15 is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y. Now on the left side, this c raised to 15 we can take in cancellation, and here I will use again division law. So minus 21 minus 15 is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y. The right hand side will remain same. So now in the next step we have this b raised to minus 21 plus 15 is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y. So this is 21 and 15 minus 6 is equal to b raised to x, c raised to y. Now here instead of c, we can write c raised to 0, c power 0. I am writing here also c raised to 0. Why I am doing so? Because I want to compare the power of b and c both. So here comparing powers, right, x is equal to minus 6 and y is equal to 0. So by this c raised to 0 is kept, you should understand. Now let us move on to what we want to prove. According to what we want to prove, that is left hand side is given x plus y plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the left hand side only. We will write first, and from left hand side we will write our right hand side. So here x value we found is minus 6, y is 0 and again plus 6. So minus 6 plus 6 become 0. So this is what our right hand side is. So we have completed here question number 7. Now exercise 6C, question number 8, prove that type of question. Here I have already written left hand side of question number 8 first. So here we start our proof. This is x plus y whole raised to minus 1. So I can write this whole bracket into the denominator to change the negative power into positive. And in multiplication, this second bracket also we will write as positive power by taking reciprocal. So 1 by x plus 1 by y. This is 1 upon x plus y as it is. Now here I take LCM. So here I have written y and x. So I will multiply this with y and this with x. So here y plus x upon xy. This is how we are taking our LCM. Now this x plus y plus x cancelled. So I left with 1 upon xy, which is our right hand side. So this is very simple, only using law. Then when the minus sign in the power, then we have to take reciprocal to convert it positive. We will use it. Now we write question number 2 of this, in which I write left hand side first. So the left hand side is in the bracket x raised to minus 1 plus y raised to minus 1 whole power minus 1. Now first of all, in the bracket I will solve. So this is 1 by x plus 1 by y whole raised to minus 1. This minus 1 I have not converted now. Now in the bracket again we'll take the LCM. So here y and here x. So this is y plus x upon xy whole power minus 1, this way. Now again this minus 1 on the power we will change by taking its reciprocal, that is xy upon x plus y. So this minus 1 become positive, and 1 as power we do not write generally. So we completed question 8. Prove that second sum. Question number 6, see question 8 third part. Prove that again. Already written question. We are solving left hand side first. A plus b plus c in the numerator as it is. In the denominator we will convert this negative power as positive by taking its reciprocal. So 1 upon ab plus 1 upon bc plus 1 upon ca. Now in this denominator only we will take the LCM. As you see, A, B, C, 3 terms are there, or you can see 3 variables. So here I want multiplication with C, here with A, and here with B. So I write here A plus B plus C as it is in denominator. This C we have to multiply with 1. So I get C, here A with 1 A plus B with 1. So B upon ABC, because LCM is ABC. Now in the next step what we have to do, this A plus B plus C as it is, and this will come upside, and this C plus A plus B I can write as A plus B plus C only. Doesn't matter, in addition you write first term last or last term first, and here in multiplication A, B, C. So this whole A plus B plus C get cancelled, and we have answer as A, B, C, which is our right hand side of this proof which we want to prove here. Now question number 4th. Exercise 6C, question number 8, 4th part, 4 number, left hand side is written already. Now students, here x raised to b minus a, x raised to c minus a, this type of terms. So here we will use our division law, and I will split this. Whenever minus sign, we can write them into reverse way according to division law. So that I can write x raised to b upon x raised to a, and then next c minus a in the power. So x raised to c up and x raised to a down, this way. And then next step, plus 1 upon 1 plus x raised to a upon x raised to b plus x raised to c upon x raised to b, plus the third step is 1 upon 1 plus x raised to b upon x raised to c plus x raised to a upon x raised to c. This way I have split all the terms. Now here I'll take the LCM. You can see x raised to a in the bracket. So here also I multiply by x raised to a, here by 1 and here by 1. In the next step, here x raised to b, here 1, here 1, and here x raised to c I multiply with by taking LCM. So in the denominator only we are taking all this. So x raised to a plus x raised to b plus x raised to c upon x raised to a is our LCM. Next step is 1 upon x raised to b plus x raised to a plus x raised to c upon x raised to b plus 1 upon x raised to c plus x raised to b plus x raised to a upon x raised to c. This is how we have taken LCM. So this is how prove that question number 5. This is left hand side, and we have this in under root AB I have written as 1 by AB in the power. This is 1 upon BC in the power, and this is 1 by CA in the power. So this is taken as separately upside with power and in the denominator with power. Upside down as it is B into 1 by BC, x raised to C into 1 by BC. Here also in multiplication. Now A get cancelled, BB. Here also the terms which are to be cancelled we have cancelled. Now the next step is x raised to 1 by B here x raised to 1 by A. This is what we have left into x raised to 1 by C, here x raised to 1 by B, here x raised to 1 by A, x raised to 1 by C. So we can cancel the terms, all the terms, because they all are in multiplication. So nothing is left, 1 is the answer, and which is our right hand side. Now exercise 6C, question number 9, simplify type of question. Now here these are somewhat different type of question. So here we are given two brackets. So first of all we'll let here p raised to 1 by 3 as A and p raised to minus 1 by 3 is equal to B. So the first bracket we reduce as A minus B, and the second bracket will be A square. How A square? Some of the student must have doubt here. So here students, this p raised to 2 by 3 is nothing but, what is it? 2 in the bracket and 1 by 3 outside. We can write this like this, but or you can say 1 by 3 inside and square outside. So that in multiplication we get 2 by 3 only. So here what is the value of p raised to 1 by 3? A. And square, so we can write as A square as 2 by 3 plus 1, and this is B square accordingly. So this is what we have changed our equation. Also instead of this 1 we can write A into B. Why? Because A into B is equal to p raised to 1 by 3 into p raised to minus 1 by 3. So ultimately it is p raised to 0 is equal to 1. So this way we have to keep our value. So instead of 1 you can put here AB. Now the next step is whose expansion is these two brackets are. They are the expansions of A cube minus B cube. So here I have written using our expansion properties. Now value of A here, that is p raised to 1 by 3 minus here p raised to minus 1 by 3 whole cube. This way we have to keep the values. So the next step 3 get cancelled here. Here I left with p minus p raised to minus 1, and in a simplification way if I write, so this is the last answer, p minus 1 by p. So here we have 9th first simplified. Now let us move on to 9th second part. The question I have already written here, that is under root 11 plus under root 3 whole power 1 by 3, and this is in the other bracket under root 11 minus under root 3 whole power 1 by 3. Now let again here under root 11 is equal to A and under root 3 is equal to B. So again we reduce this bracket as A plus B whole raised to 1 by 3 into this is A minus B whole raised to 1 by 3. Now what the common thing here, the power 1 by 3 is common. So I can write as A plus B and A minus B whole power 1 by 3. We can take this 1 by 3 power in common. So here now this is what? A plus b, a minus b is the expansion of a square minus b square. So instead of this 2 bracket, I write this 1 bracket and power 1 by 3. Now value of a is under root 11. So I will substitute here under root 11 square minus under root 3 square whole power 1 by 3. So what is under root 11 square? 11. And under root 3 square is 3. So 11 minus 3 whole raised to 1 by 3. This way is equal to 11 minus 3 is 8 raised to 1 by 3. Now 8 is nothing but 2 cube into 1 by 3. So 3 get cancelled. We left with our answer as 2.